All right, guys, welcome back. Going into the second hour here. Adam, tell us how this train kills us.
Flies right off into Tokyo Bay, and then you're eaten by Godzilla. Good game, everybody. All right. Well, I mean, the train experience is probably what you would expect. Like Crusher, you're just alone in a car at the back of the train. And everybody else is in the regular like train proper. And like Naoko told you, it's actually really easy to follow. Like you're in a passenger train with seats for the first half of the trip, then you transfer to like a more like subway type of a train that operates much the same way, and then eventually you end up at Ikebukuro Station, which is like a big transit hub, and the directions that you have on your map just show you like you have to get off and like walk a little ways to get to your house. And the whole trip, I mean, people spend a lot of the time like staring at Crusher, right? 'Cause they're like, holy Jesus, like getting out of the way.
Yeah, I just do a lot of like, take a picture, it'll last longer type shit.
Yeah. And I think that when as you're leaving the station, as you come back out onto like into the street, you hear someone, Night's Ass, you hear someone say your name like behind you. Someone's like, Night's Ass?
Shit. I look behind me and I just say
Okay.
Ichiban.
There's a group of like high school students standing like in a little like clump like they do, all staring at you. And when you look over, they all look away and start like whispering to each other.
Yeah, I just see that and then I turn back around.
Okay, all right, cool.
On the train, is it possible that I could have been as close to Crusher, like in the very back car beside him?
Yeah, I mean, you can just go and be in the troll car with him if you want.
Oh, okay. Then I would have been doing that and I would have been like posing for the
me too.
pictures with him. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I think people would have just like looked at you like, what don't you like? I probably some like friendly old woman is like, no, this way, and like trying to get you to like not go to the wrong train car. Like you're a foreigner, you don't know how the train works. Don't sit with that scary monster. Come up here with me. When you get out of the station, you hear like a loud noise like above the crowd, and coming kind of like it drives past you on the road. There's it's like a truck, like a big like flatbed truck, but in the back instead of like a cargo area, there's just a big stand up like neon sign with like a video screen. You can I mean, maybe you guys like, I guess you have level 1 in Japanese, so you can understand some of what the noise that's coming out of the truck is saying. You catch bits and pieces, but it's a like a political party like vehicle. They just drive around shouting slogans and trying to get you to vote for them. But this one is talking about, and you see, I guess you guys all see the video. The video is like an overhead, like a helicopter flyover of like a tropical looking like island, and then it shows like a guy that looks like a doctor, like a Japanese like doctor. He's got like a face mask on, and a couple of other people in like hazmat suits. And the doctor is holding, and he's got like plastic or like latex gloves on, and like the gloves like that you use to handle like livestock that go all the way up to his shoulders. He's holding like a little orc baby.
Victor gloves.
Yeah, exactly. So he's holding this little like
How did they go so far up?
This little orc baby in his arms, and he like looks at the camera and goes, and then there's a couple more shots of like Japanese like workers in hazmat suits out among the like community where there's like a bunch of orcs. Like you can see like an orc like farming some land. And the orcs you recognize them as orcs, but they look a little different. Their skin is like a dark red, and they have like little horns sticking out of their forehead. And Crusher, you get the impression that these are probably the Oni that Takashi was talking about. And the political ad is talking about what a glorious thing it was to give these poor people their own home, their own place to live. And the implied message is like, look at how great they're doing in this island far away where we don't have to deal with them. And basically the message is just like, stay the course, everybody. Keep voting for the government we got, because it's great. There's some like local prefecture position up for a vote or whatever, and his platform is all like, just keep them over there where they belong. But look, they're happy, right? Look at this baby. It's so happy. Yeah.
So are we just walking through this area then?
Yeah.
I asked Crusher if he looked like that when he was a babby.
No, I look like one of you. This didn't happen until I was about 10.
Oh.
What? Really?
You never told us that before.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? You never ask.
Oh yeah, you couldn't talk, so didn't bother.
Just
No,
like,
actually, I didn't really care either.
yeah, you're
All right,
doing
well,
that thing
we
where
can
you're talking out
reminisce.
loud and we don't want to hear it. So please.
And catch up. We're gonna have plenty of time at the house, so let's just get there.
Yeah, I'm not the fucking banker, by the way, in Monopoly. That someone else is. I'm not doing that shit.
I mean, obviously, I don't even know if you
You
can
don't
count.
even know if they have Monopoly, Crusher.
They're gonna have fucking Monopoly. Everyone has
You
Monopoly.
don't know that.
If they fucking don't have Monopoly.
It's the cyberpunk future. You don't even need a monopoly. Everything is a monopoly.
It's true. It's true.
So, yeah, I mean, I think that this area is a little less, like, you're not in, like, Shinjuku or anything. There's not, like, huge buildings with neon signs everywhere, but it's very, like, crowded. The streets are very narrow. And, like, Naoko described, like, you only really see, like, pizza delivery vans or, like, super expensive 2051 Lamborghinis and stuff driving around. But as you get further and further from the station and following the map, you're getting out into smaller streets, back alleys, and like houses instead of like big apartment buildings. So who's doing the navigating?
I'm doing the
Who's got the
navigating.
map? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Make an intelligence test for me.
Okay. We could do that. Target.
We'll say target number 5.
Oh. 3 successes.
Yeah.
So you don't get lost navigating the streets of Tokyo. And
Of course.
when you approach the house, it's just like a quiet little house. There's a stone walkway that leads up to it. There's a little overgrown like stone lantern. There's a statue of like a raccoon dog with a bunch of like moss growing over it. And the only sign of life, like it's totally quiet out here. The only sign of life is that there's like a little like black and white cat just like sitting next to the door as you walk up. It's just like looking at you. It kind of like meows and like rubs itself up against your leg, whoever's like the first person that gets to the door.
I meowed it in a Japanese accent.
You nyan at it?
Yawn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I turn around. I'm like, all right, is everyone familiar with like the traditions in Japan and how we like enter houses? And I want to make sure that everyone's on the same page. We don't have. Yes.
Take off our shoes.
You're right.
Right?
Exactly. All right. We'll just stick with that to start.
Bonbon, that's you don't want me taking off the shoes.
Do we
All
start
right.
getting undressed at the door?
Yeah, Night's Ass, that's how it works.
It's just your shoes. Crusher,
Yo, can I like walk around to the
you
back or something?
don't you wear socks? Does a troll not wear socks?
No, we don't need that shit, and you don't need me taking these shoes off. Look, I'll just walk around out back, all right? It's all good. Can I do I see a fence?
No, there's no yards. If you walk around the side of the house, like all the houses are really close together, and there's like little walkways between them that lead up to the door. And I think that you go around the side, and you're like the fence only comes up to like your sternum, maybe.
Okay.
So you walk back there, and there's a woman, like an old woman, at the side of her house. She's like hanging up some like laundry, and she like hangs something up and then like pulls it to get it out of the way, and then like just stops and like stares up at you and is just like
This is the neighbor?
Yeah, it's like old neighbor lady just like staring at you.
Okay. I just look at her. Yo, domo arigato or something like that. Yo, I gotta get into the back of this house. Get out of the way. I start making my way to the back.
Okay, yeah, she just like watches you as you go.
So it's just me, Night Sass, and Breakdown at this point.
Yeah, you're
At
up.
the
And the
front.
cat.
All right.
Yeah.
So obviously, Crush is a lost cause. So put your shoes on the Genkan, and then put the
What?
slippers on. But if we hit a tatami mat, then you need to take your slippers off. All right, we got it, because I'm gonna
No,
quiz you
I don't
later.
know what either of those
in
things
real-
are.
All right, there's a mat that you'll see when we walk in. Shoes on the mat, slippers on your feet.
Okay.
But then, if we enter a room with the tatami mat, you have to take your slippers off. All right, you can only
What's a
wear.
tatami mat?
It's the wooden one, kind of
Okay.
bamboo. It's
Just
like if you
Show us.
I'll-
Yeah, we'll walk in and you could just.
I'll just-
show us
I'm
stuff.
sure.
Okay.
All right, we're good. We're good. Let's do it.
Okay.
I guess I like knock on the door actually, because
Okay. So you, no, she would have given you a key, right? Because there's nobody here already. So you don't have to knock. You can just go in. There's like a mag lock, and she gave you a key with your pass.
all right. So I go in. I try to be a good example. Put my shoes on the Genkan.
Okay.
I grab my slippers.
So it doesn't look like the house is a little dusty. It doesn't look like people spend much time here. The like guest slippers are there, but there's nobody's like personal stuff. There's a little can with some umbrellas, some like very old rusty umbrellas in it. And when you open the door, there's like a little automated robot voice that like greets you and like welcomes you home. And you hear like a faint humming and a little like box-shaped, like it's about the size of like like an old fax machine or a printer or something. It was originally like probably white plastic, but you know how like plastic plus time plus cigarette smoke makes everything a kind of like grayish yellow color. So it's like that. It's this little robot that just like rolls up to the front door and then like greets you and makes some like beeping sounds, like a pleasant beeping noise, and welcomes you home. And then it's got
I
like,
beat back at it.
yeah, it's like a little like R2D2 style like boxy little robot on wheels.
I like try not to go into full like, oh, this is like so precious.
Yeah.
I mean, I immediately am like, what's your name?
And the robot introduces itself as a Mitsuhama Computer Works digital home assistant extreme, and asks you if you would like to know what it is capable or programmed of doing for you.
Does it-
Absolutely.
All
Does
right.
it speak English? Do we understand it?
No, it's speaking Japanese. You're picking
Okay.
up like words here and there. Like you're pretty sure that it said like teriyaki at some point, and
Do I-
you think it could do
I
your
see
laundry?
breakdown. I
maybe?
see breakdown. Like, is he trying
Do not-
to
Yeah, like
all right?
the oral equivalent of squinting. You're like trying.
Yeah.
What? I don't.
I mean, I obviously noticed this because Bonbon is incredibly perceptive, and I like grab the robot and like spin it around really fast and
Mhm.
just start like going in because I know I can flip a switch and make this thing speak English.
Okay, cool. Make a electronics test, I guess.
I will make an electronics test.
Okay.
I go from like thinking it's adorable but being confused because it's speaking Japanese to being very frightened for it. Like, oh god, don't break it. Oh no.
Yeah. So when you like open the case on the back, it's probably saying like, "Excuse me, please do not open the case.
Oh, please do
Yeah.
not.
Opening the
what's
case
my
will
target
void my
number?
warranty."
What's
So what do you want to do? You want
I
to?
want to just change the English so everyone can enjoy the robot.
Okay. All right. So, well, I mean, you have to upload a language pack basically. Like you'll have to get in the firmware.
It's not like a dip switch, you know, like the factory settings are Japanese, but it's all on there, right? Like fuck.
Make the test.
All right, what's the target number?
Say target 5, and if that's
All
the
right.
case, yeah, you can just find the hardware switch. That's
All right,
makes sense.
2 successes.
Cool. Okay, yeah, no problem. You'd think they'd just install this factory default, but So you get in there and it's saying in Japanese, and maybe thankfully Breakdown can't understand it, but it's like, please no, don't do that, don't. What are you doing? But like really politely, like, please, I would advise you to stop. And then it like reboots. So you like flip a switch and it's kind of like, and then goes off and then turns back on. All the lights come back on. It plays a little jingle, and then in English it says, "Welcome home." And it starts the same little bit over again. It's like asking you, like, would you like me to tell you the kinds of services I can provide for you?
I just kind of look at Breakdown and Knight's ass, like, super proud. Like, look what I
Are we understanding Japanese right now?
Bon, you hacked my brain, man.
What happened here?
Are we understanding Japanese right now? Oh, that's so good. All right. So it gives you a rundown. Basically, it functions as, and it explains why it's so big. It functions as all of the household appliances that you might need. So it can, like, you can wash your clothes or your dishes in it. It's a rice cooker. It can boil water for you. It can make tea. If you plug a video screen into it, it has like several channels and built-in movies that you can watch. And it acts as like an alarm clock and like all that stuff. So it can basically operate as a bunch of different kind of like low-grade appliances for you.
Does it seem? Do we know how old it is? Is it like a really old version of the current model?
I mean, you don't know. It's an amazing cybernetic entity, but
it's a robot and it's so cute.
Yeah,
that's how Breakdown feels.
Yeah.
I ask it, but Mr. Extreme, can you feel?
Okay. It says, I'm sorry, but I have not been programmed to feel. Please call my manufacturers at, and then it gives you a number, and ask them for upgrades.
Maybe in the future.
So, I mean, Bon, you recognize that, like, it's pretty old. Like, when you were back there, it's got, like, a sticker or whatever, and it was, like, made, like, 8 or 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's got a nice thick layer of dust on it. It looks like it's been dormant here for a while. And I think after it runs off the list of things that it's capable of doing, it tells you, while you were away, you received 214 voice messages. Would you like to hear them?
Yes.
And you're all just like standing in the.
Would this be violating anyone's privacy?
We can't understand it. No, you're right. No, we don't want to listen to it. No, never mind.
But that's so much fun. That's like my favorite thing. Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, no.
Do you want to go inside?
Yeah.
Is the cat trying to follow us inside?
Yes. Yeah, totally. It totally tries to get in.
Does it look like it eats birds?
It is a cat.
Hmm.
I'm holding also.
Okay. So you guys head inside. Around back. Crusher. There's not like there isn't a yard or anything behind the house. There's just like some space where the garbage bins go, and then an alley behind it. And in the alley, when you get around back, there are like 3 like kind of early to mid like teenage boys. One of them is wearing like a leather jacket with no shirt on underneath, and the other 2 are wearing like just like white t-shirts. And they're standing around in the alley smoking cigarettes when you come out there.
Okay.
And all 3 of them like turn to look at you kind of like suspiciously when you when you approach, when you like appear in the alley.
I kind of do the like side glances at them as I'm looking at the back of the house trying to find a way into this thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then eventually I guess, do they say anything to me?
They spend a few minutes arguing with each other about who's gonna go talk to you. Like they like kind of push each other. Like, no, you do it. And then the guy in the leather jacket gets like shoved towards you. And then as soon as he like gets picked by his friends and like kind of stumbles towards you, he puts on this like really macho like air, like he's like smoking a cigarette, and he like walks over to you and he like looks at you. He's like, "Who are you, big boy?" and like kind of like gives you an up and down, like blows smoke at you, like he's trying to look really tough.
What an idiot.
This one.
And you can see him like he's shaking a little bit.
Yeah, I'm kind of like doing the side glance thing. Then I give up on the door and stand up as tall as possible and maybe lean over a little bit, just to like tower over this kid.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I just like take the cigarette and ash it out on my armor. And then
Okay.
I'm just like, yo, I'm Crusher. You shouldn't smoke, by the way. It'll kill you.
So you take the cigarette away from him, and he kind of like looks at you like he's offended, and he goes to like take something out of his pocket, and pulls it out, and it's a comb, and he just like combs his hair real slow. He's like pompadour, and he like looks at you. He's like, "This is our neighborhood. Why are you here?" And he like trying to look really tough, but he keeps like looking over his shoulders to make sure his friends are still here.
Yeah, I'm sightseeing. I'm not here. I don't mean any trouble. I know you own this land.
He nods. He's like, "Okay, big boy, you can stay, but
Okay,
don't cause trouble." And he like shakes his finger at you.
Yeah,
Can
no,
we
I don't.
see him out like a back door or anything?
Yeah, I think you guys, when you come inside there, like the kitchen has like a sliding door, and you see the silhouettes because it's like frosted glass. So you see this huge silhouette, and then this smaller one next to each other.
I like tap Bonbon and point. Like, I think Crusher's talking to somebody.
I will definitely go out there, knowing what has happened already. So,
Why just continue?
because this is right outside, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. I stick my head out. Was there a sliding door or something?
yeah, you can just slide the window and like look outside.
Yeah. Crusher, what?
Hey, Bonbon. This is one of the locals here. What'd you say your name was, kid?
So he looks at you, and then he looks at Bonbon, and he's like, "Oh, pretty lady, hey." And like he gestures to Crusher. He's like, "This your boyfriend? You have a boyfriend?"
No, I'm not. No, if you say it again, I'll fucking crush your head.
So you say all he hears is no, and he's like, "Oh, no boyfriend, huh?" And like walks over to the like little stone fence, and he kind of has to like prop him. He tries to like lean up and look cool on it, but he's too short, and has to kind of like prop himself up. And he's like, kind of like looking at you like, "I'm so cool. Look at me. I'm standing near a troll. I'm not even scared."
I'm not impressed.
I figured. I mean, he's like he's a teenager, so.
Right. So, Crusher, you gonna come in?
Yeah, no, I just the kids were smoking. I was just telling them not to smoke. It's bad for you. It'll kill you.
All right. I
Yo,
stick my head back in the window.
I'll see you later, kid. I gotta go inside, or she's gonna start getting annoying. So
I like the second that Bonbon's face starts to leave the window, mine comes through the window. I'm like, take off your shoes. I don't care how bad they smell, just take them off. I pull my head back in.
I look over to the camera, just like you're gonna want to vacate the premises. This is not gonna be pretty.
Okay.
And I
so
lean over and just start taking my shoes off.
Okay. So by now he's like leather jacket guy has gone back to his friends, and they're like whispering and like talking to each other and like looking over at you. Yeah, so you want to go in the house?
Yeah, and I take off my
Okay.
shoes.
Okay. Everything in the house is like a few feet too short for you. Like you have to like hunch over, and basically like the most comfortable way to be in the house is to be sitting on the floor. There's a second floor to the house where the like beds and stuff are, but there's no way you'll ever fit in the staircase.
Is there
and-
can I also just check the house for like a terminal login?
Yes, yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's a phone. There's like a phone built into the wall, and then next to it there is like a Renraku Computer Systems telecom port that you
And
can.
then aside from the robot, is there any other security in this place?
No. It's
Okay.
just like a quiet little like house.
Okay. And we have some time before we're just waiting for this. We're waiting for Takashi, right? Takashi.
Yeah, he's gonna call you.
Can
I
I
ask.
go
Oh,
ahead?
you can go. Oh,
Well,
okay.
I was just gonna say if I can find free time and I can hack my gift again, I will. So whenever there is.
Aw.
But go ahead. We can do that whenever.
I asked the robot, Mixer Extreme, do you have translator functions? Can you translate Japanese to English?
The robot apologizes profusely, but has only one language setting.
Well, that's a lie. All right.
Built in, you gotta pay extra.
Can you start going through those voice messages? And what do I have to say to skip it? Because I just want to, like, every time it starts with Japanese, I'm just going to skip it.
Okay, so a panel on the top flips over, and it's got a little, like, keyboard and a speaker next to it. And it says, playing message 1. And it starts to play the messages, and like you would imagine, they're all in Japanese. And as you, like, beep through them, they pretty universally sound like they're from women, though not always the same woman. They're about a dozen or so at a time, and it invariably follows the same arc where the woman, they're all speaking Japanese, so they at first they sound like kind of casual, and like the tone of voice is like light, and then it gets a little more frustrated, and then kind of angry, and then there's a few like sad sounding messages, maybe one that's just crying, and then some angry messages, and then you don't hear from that woman again, and then it happens again, and so it just like it goes through this arc a few times. Now there are a few messages where it's someone older, or it sounds like a robocall or whatever, wrong number, but for the most part that's.
Do I ever hear Takashi's name?
Yeah, make a Japanese test.
I don't even know what I roll for that. I guess
you just get one die. Yep. Target number 4.
Nice.
What?
Nice. Okay. Yeah, definitely. I mean, you hear Takahashi's name more than once, often beginning the message. Yeah. Mostly that. He gets referred to. There's a couple of like male callers that refer to him as Ken-kun, that are probably his friends, but yeah, mostly like these women.
When do the messages start, and when was the most recent one?
It looks like about I don't know, like a couple of years ago, yeah, the most recent one, like there are calls all through the last 2 years or so, but they're spaced apart. So like, if you were to try to piece it together, it's probably that he's getting these calls while he's here, but then going back, like leaving and not being around, and then coming back, getting a batch of calls, leaving, and back and forth.
After I hear all of them, I just like flip up the panel.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, there's nothing interesting in there.
The robot apologizes to you.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Mr.
Would you like
Extreme.
some tea?
Sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Where does it come from?
Sumimasen. Well, the robot will show you. So it like wheels itself over to the kitchen, which is really just like cabinets with various like ports where the robot can like dock itself. And so there's one where it like plugs into a water supply and then just starts to like gurgle and like move around and wait. And then eventually it boils tea for you.
But where does it come out of, the robot?
It's got a little tray in the front. The like thing opens up, and then like a teapot comes out with a little like cup next to it.
Feels wrong, but okay, Mr. Extreme. You insist.
Okay, all right. You're drinking some
Drink your
robot
inners.
tea. Okay. What are you doing to get situated? Breakdown.
I'm finally like. 'Cause normally I stay pretty layered up because we don't live in a place that's very hot. But it is like I still feel like way too warm here. So I've discarded most of my layers. I look like a fairly normal person at this point, and I'm just kind of walking around, like watched the little robot like ding out a teapot and stuff, just kind of exploring the house.
Okay, cool. So upstairs there are 3 like bedrooms, 2 like Western style bedrooms, and then 1 room that's just like an open room with kind of a weird floor, which maybe makes you think of what.
This is the thing. That thing with the weird name.
Yeah. And there's like a closet in all the rooms, and yeah, there's a little like tiny little like a bathroom with a like a little square bath that Crusher could maybe get one leg into.
Is it like one of
And
those
then-
upright baths that you have to like sit in?
Yeah, and then a little
Awesome.
docking port next to it where the robot can do your laundry and stuff.
Cool.
Very little in this house is made out of plastic too. You notice, like the phone is,
Oh.
but like despite being kind of dusty, the house is like fairly like, yeah, fairly like plastic free. Lots of wood and like that. But
What about the robot? What is the robot made out of?
the robot has it's made out of like metal and circuit boards and shit on the inside, but it's got a plastic casing, so you wouldn't want to, rub yourself on it or anything.
Won't be touching that.
I mean,
What kind of
actually,
a robot is he?
you'd probably be okay because he's got like a thick layer of dust on top. But yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
Okay. All right. The house also has like in the room where Crusher is, because you can't really leave. There's like a futon, like a couch, and there's a big like a TV, and then some dusty looking like opened mail and some newspapers and stuff from several months ago. Cool. Okay.
Want to hack my gift?
Yeah. All right. So you're gonna just be like, okay, we're home.
Yeah, totally.
Internets.
I don't know how long this guy's gonna take to call us and shit.
Okay.
So.
I mean, you don't actually have to connect to network to.
Right. Well, that's just for other things, but.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. Roll again. 6, right?
Yep.
Fuck.
All right. It is a puzzle wrapped in an enigma, wrapped in a difficult target number. Yeah, you can't like you've broken away the first layer, but whoever coded this, they are very good.
Do you even know how many layers there are?
No, not from here.
That's not something I can analyze.
No, it's like knowing how many rings there are in a tree by looking at the bark.
Okay.
You'll be able to see back from the inside, but not in from the outside.
And just so that I know, to raise my computer from 6 to 7 would cost me 13 karma, right?
Yes.
All right. I feel like I should do that.
Yeah.
But I have to like see someone to do that, right?
Yes, you would have to find someone who would teach you the ways
Okay.
of computer excellence.
Okay.
Like Mr. Extreme?
I'll keep that in mind. I don't know. Hacker man.
I mean, I'm sure. Like, this is the thing. I mean, maybe that's what Bonbon's thought process is, right? Is like, I'm gonna hack this, and you spend 4 hours trying to do it, and then you're like, I can't, this is way above me. I have to get better, and then you're like, wait, I'm in Japan.
Well, it's hilarious because people right, and then I can level up here, right? But this is
the best, literally the best, like cyberware, the best hackers, like anything to do with technology, all the best shit right here.
totally makes
right now.
sense.
Yeah.
This also is exactly how I also play Witcher 3. I just bank all my skill points until I actually need to use them, and there you go. Same shit. All right, I'll make that a priority.
Okay.
How high does Bonbon's hacking skill have to be to hack bullets out of us?
Well, it depends. If they're real bullets, not so much. But if they're digi bullets, it's got to be huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Counter hacking digi bullets is so
hacked your wounds away.
cool. Okay. So, how do you guys split up the like house and like the room, the different rooms?
So there are 2 normal rooms or normal rooms with like beds and stuff.
Two
And then
Western style rooms. One like tatami mat and futon room. The 3 of you can each take a room, and you'll have to find a way for Crusher to like sleep on the living room floor.
Well, I can just pass out on the floor, right?
You could, yeah, if you want to. It's not gonna be the most comfortable sleep, but
I don't
mean,
think Crusher's
you
ever.
you literally slept on a pile of ammunition before, so I think it'd be fine.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever been comfortable.
Just ever
in my life.
Yeah. Ever since I turned 10, I don't. It's always
Hard
been
truth.
uncomfortable.
Hard truth about the world.
Oh.
I'm fine with anything. But I keep like insisting that Bonbon should take a bed.
Okay.
Because it's more comfortable.
Okay.
All right. So, yeah, you all get situated. So taking your like luggage out and stuff, and Crusher, I think that like, I mean, you guys are all fucked up time wise because it's like several hours before for you, so you're all exhausted even though it's like the middle of the day. Yeah, I mean, I think, do you guys want to sleep? Do you want to try and like hold out until the next day or till nighttime, or like, because you're all like really tired already?
Wait, what time of day is it?
It would have taken you a few hours to get in, so it's probably like 9 or 10 in the morning.
Oh, what?
Yeah, but for you it's like yesterday at 4 in the morning or whatever, and you haven't slept
Right.
a day.
Yeah, Crusher just passes out in the middle of the room. He just makes
Okay.
it awkward for people to walk through it, etc.
You just make a nice slow shutting down noise and then let you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
How does the robot traverse up the stairs?
It has like a little like along the edge of the stairs, like a rails.
Oh,
It
that's
has
for
rails
old
that
people.
it has rails that it clips into and then like goes up the stairs.
Okay.
Aw.
The cat that followed you inside, once it realizes like nobody intends to like feed it or pay attention to it, it curls up on top of Crusher's chest and falls asleep.
Oh.
So Crusher's just lying. You're like lying on your back on the floor asleep, and there's just this cat like ball purring on top of it.
Makes
I
sense.
try to put also up in a place where I don't think the cat can get to him.
Okay.
I was thinking you were gonna say something else. I think one thing you said also twice in a row, and I was like, what?
Yeah. Okay. So when you're doing that, when you're getting your like bird set up or whatever, I think you notice there's like the shadow of a bird landing outside on like on a power line or something. You can see it again because all the windows are like frosted glass.
Mm.
Yeah, you just see like the familiar shape of like wings as like a bird lands on the power line outside. You can't see anything else from in here, but
Is there a window nearby? Can I look
yeah,
out the window?
you can just pull the window open. Yeah. Okay. Despite the fact that it's like morning, there's like an owl sitting on this like power line, just like kind of staring, and like gives you the like weird head turn when you open the window.
I just I stare at it like in that creepy fashion that you can only stare at animals and get away with it. It's like, oh, nature. Just like looking at this owl, just so content to watch the owl do whatever.
Yeah, and it's just like staring at you and blinking its big weird awake in the daytime owl eyes at you.
That's really made me realize how weird I've been to animals my whole life. Oh my god.
Right? You can't stare at people that way, but you get away with it with animals. It's awesome.
Cool. Okay. All right, so once you're all situated, you rest or whatever, you all start waking up again, and it's like, I don't know, like 11 at night. Yeah, once that happens and you can't sleep anymore and you're just like in this little house, what does everybody do? Like, what are you gonna do to pass the time?
Well, I got. Do we all wake up around that time, or?
Yeah, like you all get some rest and then start to kind of wake up, but it's like nighttime, so.
Okay. I just stay on the ground until I see someone pass by, or see someone else move.
Okay, so someone comes downstairs.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
When I get up and I go downstairs and I see Crusher there, I ask Mr. Extreme if he has any board games on him, or if he has like holographic Monopoly.
He does have several exciting Renraku computer system video games built in, and would be happy to allow you to play them. But he requires a monitor peripheral be plugged in first.
Wait, and this is like the little robot?
That's your little little robot.
I guess this is the first time I've seen this thing, so I'm just like, what the fuck? The fuck
Yeah.
is that thing?
Yeah, like a tray opens up and there's two little like controllers that like come out on the tray.
Is there a
I'm
little?
like, Crusher, this robot knows magic. Stay the fuck away from it.
Is there a Japanese person in there?
No.
It's their buddy. Hey, Bonbon, do you have any extra monitors?
I don't know.
You figure, Bonbon, you could probably hook him up to the TV if you unhook the coaxial cable and there's a port in the back.
Okay.
Do you have any extra internets?
No. All right.
Well,
I
so you
could
got
do
any
that.
games?
Okay.
You got
I'll hook it
Alright.
up to the TV because you know what? This is perfect because I'm just gonna hack as long as I can, so I can just like hook it up so they can play board games.
I like that, like you're pretending that it's hacking, but you're like really just like I know how to hook up a fucking Nintendo.
No. I mean, like I
Come
can
on, let me
play
hack
with
this.
I can play with my gift, and they won't bother me because they'll be having fun with Video Monopoly.
Right, you kids play this board game. All right,
Right.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do I need to do?
Nothing.
need
I
to
mean,
roll?
you don't even need to roll. No, like you have electronic skill 1 would do it for you.
Can we just pretend like I rolled so it looks?
Yeah, totally.
decent?
Yeah.
All right. All
So
right.
Bonbon does some really
all right,
intense
look at that.
computer shit. And yeah, like your little robot friend has basically like a multi-tap with 4 controllers built into him, and you can play like there's like a samurai fighting game. There's like a Japanese baseball game, but they're all like you remember when you were a kid and you saw a video game like a Super Nintendo game, you're like, this is the best video game graphics will ever be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that, and they just never got any better. It was just like the Nintendo was perfect. And so you have like a built-in set of a bunch of like video games that you can all play together while Bonbon is doing adult stuff, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I just start playing Night Cess in that.
Okay, cool.
Which one? Which one?
We start off with the baseball one.
All right.
Okay, cool. All right.
So there is like a kitchen, right? Like a normal kitchen.
Yeah. There's like a sink and like cups and plates and stuff. There isn't
Look
any
around for
food in the
food.
yeah. There isn't any
No
food
food.
in the fridge. Yeah.
So like right as Bonbon's about to plug in, I'm like, "Hey Bonbon, how are we supposed to get food?"
Hey, little robot guy, you got any food in there?
We know.
The robot gives you a like I'm busy doing another thing and can't respond, like a canned message. All its RAM is used up on this awesome video game.
All right. Well,
This is your way of getting out of losing so bad to me? All right, whatever.
they said we couldn't leave, so it must means that we need to just deliver something, right? Because that's got to be a thing.
Right. Like look around for like any slips that are like takeout, but everything's in Japanese. I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
totally.
All right.
Maybe
Hey,
you break
hey.
in, you're probably like, what about this? Is this a takedown menu or takeout menu? And it just has like the days the garbage gets taken out.
Yeah.
What is this?
Break
For all
down.
those women's numbers.
Yeah, this
Break
has
down, get a
food on
phone
it.
and order some pizza. They got pizza. It's a worldwide concoction. Everyone makes it.
I don't know if you would actually like the pizza that they have over here.
Well, they put cat inside of it. Of course, I'm gonna like it. It's all good. It's pizza.
Not. All right. Great. You want to have some Japanese pizza?
Crusher.
Then I'll order you some Japanese pizza.
What else am I
Crusher.
supposed to eat? Or they don't have any. What they got over here? What,
All right.
what do you usually eat?
I actually will just immediately go to the local phone book because that's still a thing.
It's totally a thing, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I saw it at least in the proximity on the way here. There's a pizza place called Seven Tentacles, and I'm gonna get a big old octopus and eel pizza. We're gonna get an egg pizza.
Shichi no taco.
Yep, and like an eel pizza.
Do
And
you
then one
order
that's
that all
just-
in Japanese?
Jeez.
And they all have
yeah.
natto and corn on them.
No, corn, eel, and little shrimp.
All right. Well,
Yep.
I'm playing the video game, so I don't notice.
Yep.
Okay. All right,
Or you
cool.
think you're getting like a nacho pizza or something?
Yeah.
Which of
All right.
tacos on top.
So the call, I mean, you don't talk to a person. You talk to like the 7 tentacle call center where you just like press buttons to order your pizza. And they tell you that the pizza will be there in 30 minutes or it will be free. And it gives you like a hotline you can call with like a number where if you don't like you want to call back and be like, where's my pizza? You just like type the number in and it'll tell you. But yes, you've got the pizza situation covered in a sense.
Sweet. We're eating. Hang up the phone.
Okay.
Where's the cat at?
It's sitting between the two of you. So if you're like sitting on the floor, it's like nuzzled up between the two of you, purring and just like watching the screen while the baby.
What was upstairs? Is that where the rooms are?
Yeah, all the bedrooms and stuff are upstairs.
Okay. I don't know what to do with myself. I'll sit and watch. I'll watch them play games.
Okay.
Maybe like when you
The
sit down.
backseat game us.
Yeah. Do you backseat game us breakdown? Do you tell us what to do?
No!
Okay.
I just let you play your game.
I just had
Sounds
to
like
ask.
such a normal thing in theory to do, but it's actually incredibly difficult, apparently.
Yeah. I guess after like one of the rounds, or maybe I don't know, something's loading. I kind of like pet the cat. I'm just like, yeah, we'll introduce you to. We brought you a present. I just kind of like laugh about that as I'm petting the cat, and I look at Knight's ass. There's like a smirk.
Okay, well, I want to see who wins the Japanese baseball Nintendo game.
Snap.
What do you want us to roll?
Gosh, I don't know.
Dexterity, obviously.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, that's
Yeah,
not
Dex
actually.
It's not even a thing.
Yeah, so
Intelligence wouldn't be bad.
whatever the closest to that is like
Quickness.
quickness. Yeah, quickness is dexterity.
Same
Yeah, both of you make a target number 4 quickness test, and whoever has the most successes wins that Japanese baseball Nintendo game.
All right.
It's not even a real game.
You roll first. 4 dice pulls 2. 4. Well, I can't even beat you. I don't think.
No, no.
Yeah, I can't. Even beat you.
Okay. All right, so Knight's Ass, you win. You take the Yokohama Bay Stars or whatever to like a grand victory, and Breakdown. Do you have any idea what's going on, or are you just like?
No, I have no idea. I'm just watching and listening to them yell at each other and still trying to figure out whether or not they were talking about feeding my bird to the cat. Feeling like kind of on guard.
I spent a lot of time playing Guitar Hero and also rail guitars. Yes.
Okay.
So that explains how I won so easily.
Oh, of course.
I'm just like, it's the fucking controllers. Thing's a fucking piece of shit. I thought they made
it's-
good Japanese technology. Fucking.
It is really hard for
Horseshit.
you to play because your thumb is big enough that you end up hitting
Yeah.
like 2 buttons at once.
Yeah.
Like you can't hold down a single button, like without like your controller's like this big for you. It's like playing a tiny.
Yeah. I just blame it on like. I blame it on like a shitty computer or something. I don't say that it's like too small.
Yeah.
I just blame
right.
it. It's like a piece of shit hardware.
Yeah,
I've heard to
totally.
swap controllers.
They're
Get a
the
little
fucking same
joystick.
thing, Knight's ass. What the fuck? That doesn't fucking matter. All right, the same controller. Both pieces of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay. So after, I mean, by the end of the game, by the time you're done playing your baseball game, you hear outside the like roar of a motorcycle, like approach and then go quiet, and then the doorbell rings, and it plays like a little like.
I'll answer it because I haven't started yet because I want to eat.
Okay. So you go to the door, and when you open it, standing there, it's like it's confusing at first because it's like looking at, you see your own face, and then you realize it's the reflection in this like motorcycle helmet visor that's down. And the pizza delivery guy is wearing like a full suit of like black leather. And he's got like a helmet with like a chrome face mask on. He's holding a bag under his arm that he opens and like holds the pizza out. And you notice he has two he has like a katana and a tanto or whatever like in his belt, and he just holds the pizza out at arm's length.
I take it and immediately put like the money in his hand.
Okay.
Cred stick, whatever.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. He has like a terminal that you like run it through. He doesn't say anything the whole time. He just like looks at you and he like bows deeply and then walks back. And you can see in the street he's got this like really like expensive, fancy looking, very fast looking black motorcycle just sitting idling waiting for him. And he like throws a leg over it and just like looks at you and gives you a salute and then tears off into the night.
All right. Not too shabby. I just walk in. I'm like, dinner.
Okay. So Crusher, the pizza has arrived, and you can smell food smell, and your stomach starts to like grumble. The cat gets excited too. The cat like pads over and like looks around and like tries to jump up on the table.
Yeah, maybe when it jumps up on the table, I'll like grab it and put it up on there. Be like, so Bomb Bomb, what'd you get? It sounded quite like the delicacy that you ordered.
Well, I'll just let you enjoy it yourself, and I like flip up all 4 tops.
All right. Yep.
And I just grab one of each and put on a plate and go to town.
Okay.
So I just see like what, octopus pizza.
One is cheese. One is tamago, which is just like egg. One is eel and small shrimps, and then the other one is octopus.
Okay, I grab the cheese and just say, "Yo, I got this one. You guys have fun." Maybe save me a piece of that egg. That actually, we'll try that.
Yeah, I'll try a piece of the egg.
Okay. All right. Cool. So everybody eats strange pizza.
What Knight's ass? What a kind
I
of
like
pizza?
poke some of the octopus,
Mm-hmm.
and then like pick it off and just start eating the octopus off the pizza.
Okay.
All right, Crusher, we're gonna have a second cheese here pretty soon. Just letting you know.
So, Bon Bon, it costs you, let's say, 40 new yen for those pizzas.
Oh my god.
This is
that's
expensive,
fucking
right? The octopus.
Yeah, no, that's golden silver octopus of the Japanese sea. That's I've heard of that. It's good.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Very expensive.
yeah. It tastes expensive.
Yeah.
It tastes expensive. All right, cool.
All right, now that I've eaten, if I have time to hack some more, I would like to.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we can jump ahead to when Takahashi-san calls you.
How many hours would that be?
If it's all you're doing, you can make 2 tests a day. So he calls in 2 days. So I would say like you got probably five tests.
5 tests?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
So okay, so you get to Japan and like you get set up here, and then Bon Bon spends 8 hours a day every day just like plugged in to her computer.
Typical. Don't notice anything different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's super standard.
Yep. Okay.
I wonder what she's up to.
Make
no
make
one?
the test. Yeah.
Oh.
She becomes furniture. The cat just like sleeps on top of her and like yeah.
I like go into sort of a mom mode since Bon Bon's out of commission and like try to make sure everybody eats, doesn't
Yeah.
die.
How many tests did you say? 4?
5.
5.
Yeah.
I want,
Jesus
like-
Christ.
I want like a montage where like Crusher like goes to touch a burning stovetop, but Breakdown's like no, like in the last second, no. Or I'm like about to like walk
All right,
off the
I'll buy
cliff.
another success
Okay. You buy one more.
on this one
Okay.
on my 5th roll. Yeah.
Cool.
Wait, so what are you doing? Do we know what you're doing?
So Bon Bon got a mysterious birthday present.
Oh, that's right.
Like a highly encrypted computer program of some kind,
That's right. That's
and has been attempting to
hack it.
decrypt it. Yeah.
I'm gonna spend all this karma. It's gonna be like, "Happy birthday, Bon Bon."
A little animated dancing baby or some shit.
We know you like puzzles.
Now, as soon as you finish, it's gonna be a virus. Be like, thanks for all the effort. You're fucked. Black ice.
Does anything happen?
No, you just continue to unravel the knot. but it's still like, yeah, it's still not clear to you. Yep.
Breakdown every now and then goes off by himself and like works out a little because Fran threatened him. And while he was gone, he has to keep working out, so he's like trying.
So do you like go for a jog, or do you like?
No, because we were told not to leave.
Mhm.
So I just do like push-ups and stuff.
Okay. Cool.
Push-ups only help if you already have the body weight.
So Nightsass is saying this while like sitting on the couch watching you eating.
Yeah, eating chips.
You're doing that wrong. No.
Nope.
I have like a list, like a really messy grease covered list that Fran gave me of like, do, 10 of these, 20 of these every day. I'm just like, just do what I'm told.
Awesome. Okay. So I think on the afternoon of like three days later, the phone rings and probably startles everybody because the house is like you kind of get into a rhythm where it's all quiet, aside from your own sounds. And then there's this like sudden ringing, and the phone kind of like jumps a little bit, and the robot helpfully points out the phone is ringing.
Does he
I
keep
grab it.
repeating it?
Yeah, it rings and there's a pause and then it's like the phone is ringing.
Maybe like on the third time, I kind of like look at the robot, then I look at Bonbon, who's just still hacking away. I'm just like, "Hey, the phone's ringing!" Every time he says it, I just keep joining in with the robot.
Awesome.
I'll pick it up.
Okay. All right. So you pick up the phone and the voice on the other side. It's a woman's voice in English. She says, "Please hold for Takahashi-san." And there's like a beep, and then some short hold music, and then it clicks again, and you hear Kenji's voice on the other end, and he says, he's like, "Bonbon."
Hi. Moshi.
Okay, so he switches to Japanese, and he says, "Thank you for waiting. I know that it is not the most comfortable place. If it were up to me, I would have kept you in a hotel, but as you understand, it's important for me to be discreet.
It's
I have
all,
work.
it's all right.
I have work for you to do.
Great.
I'm going to give you an address. I need you to meet me there."
All right.
Okay,
Do-
so he lists
We take
off.
the rail there.
He says, however you wish to get there is up to you.
All right.
And he gives you an address in Shinjuku, and says that he'll be there in an hour, and to meet you there.
All right. They took away our weapons, so are we just fine meeting there? Do we need to be ready for anything?
He says, despite the fact that my life seems to be presently in danger, Japan is a very safe country. You should not need your weapons.
All right. We'll meet
We'll
you
see
there.
about getting you armed soon.
Great. We'll meet you there in an hour.
Okay. Cool. So you hang up and then tell the team.
Yes. All right, team. Assemble.
Awkward Japanese
shots.
housemates. Let's go. Okay,
We all
cool.
just like merge into each other and form a car.
Yes.
You've
Oh,
been in
God.
Japan long enough to learn how to Voltron. It's very hard.
Do we have a
It's
TV in
different
the house, by the way?
Pretty advanced.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
We hooked up the video games to it, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Okay. So let's take a break here, and then we can pick up in Shinjuku with your boss.
All right. Sounds good. Yep. We'll take
Cool.
our second break here. We'll come back and go into hour 3 right after this. Don't go anywhere. More roleplay Mirrorshades coming up in just a bit. We'll see you then.